What's up, YouTubers? My name is Sim. No reveal. This is my very first YouTube video. Um, Most of my videos probably will be looking like this until I'm ready to reveal. It's not that I'm trying to stay in darkness or anything, because I've already came out of darkness. My reason for making this video and to make future videos is just to share with you guys that my kids helped save me. They brought me back to the light. It's going to take a couple of videos for you guys to understand where I'm coming from with this. But just wanted to give you some insight on what I'll be bringing to YouTube for the YouTubers. Let me first start off by saying that I've always felt a connection with those who've passed on. I'm talking about at a very young age. The very first time that I saw an aspiration was at the age of 7 or maybe 8. I'll go into about the spirit a little bit later. Let me get back to me coming out of darkness. Like I said in the beginning, I've always had this connection that I felt with those who have passed on. It kind of scared me when I first saw this spirit, and I was kind of afraid to tell people about it because even though at a young age I still knew people called people weird or either thought that you were lying or just making up stuff just because you're so young. And I kind of kept that stuff like to myself for a very, very long time until I started seeing more and more spirits, or either this same spirit that always came around to see me or to make himself appear at the very same time every night. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get up and let my son in, just getting off from work. But like I was saying, this spirit would come around to see me around the same time every night. And like I said, I was afraid at first. Probably the first two times that he came around, I was afraid. And I kind of got like used to him after a while. I would see him when he appeared and I just didn't say anything because he would just stare and I'll just stare back. I got so comfortable where I started calling him my friend. And I mean, he never did anything to try to scare me or harm me in any way. Not that the dead can harm you anyway, but it was just, I guess, a message that he was trying to give me, or he was trying to connect with me some type of way. And when I did open up about this spirit that was coming to see me every night, um, he kind of shied himself away and just stopped coming after probably like three or 4 weeks after I revealed to my mom and her neighbor that I was actually seeing someone. It never once, keep this in mind, guys, it never once took my mom by surprise. Not one time. Not one time. When I talked about this, she just asked me to describe him and like she asked me, do I talk to him or do he try to lead me out the house or to follow him in different areas in the house or whatever. And I told her no. I told her that he would just stand there every night, just stand there. And he just let me know that he was there. Like I said, I got comfortable with him and he didn't bother me. It wasn't scary no more. And I recall talking to him, asking him questions and not getting like, answers from him from the questions that I would ask him or whatever. But then I got so comfortable, I was like, well, he's, a good listener. He's my friend. When nobody else would listen to me or doubt me or whatever, he came around and I'll just talk to him. Got very comfortable with him. So I can go on and on about this spirit, but there became many spirits after this. And like some of them uh became like kind of aggressive, like not towards me but to my pets that I had. And not only I witnessed this, but my kids and my spouse at the time, miss you, rest in peace, had witnessed this. And we just couldn't believe what we were seeing because I have I never saw a spirit do the things that they were doing to our pets right before my family's eyes. Like we literally witnessed this. And it kind of made me like not want to connect with with those who passed on anymore because I never experienced a spirit that has moved on react the way that it did towards my pets. But way before that, I don't know what made me shut out and just not want to connect and find my higher self in life. I just was afraid. I was afraid for whatever reasons. Well, I had various reasons of why I did not want to find my higher powers. Like I just didn't want to, and I knew that I had these powers. I knew from a child that my energy was up. My vibrations always was up as a kid. Like it was always there. I could connect. It was just, man, it was just so much going on for me as a kid, like where I couldn't explain this here. But it was to me, I was always on a high, a natural high, a spiritual natural high. I talked about it. Some made fun. Some wanted to hear about it. Some was afraid to talk about it. Some of them just felt like I was weird because they don't know no better. They don't know any better. So they're gonna judge, they're gonna have their different opinions about these things. And now I see that it's okay. It's okay as long as I know. And I go back to saying, like my kids really brought me out of darkness. They helped me to come back to the light, to face my fears. because I had lost my connection. I didn't want to be there no more after having some bad experiences with the spirits that I had a connection with. So, I mean, the place that I'm in now, I just thank God for it because my kids reconnected me to my higher self again. They helped me get there. This is something that God just, it was a gift from God, and I was running from it. I ran from it. And it made me lose myself as I got older. Because as a child, I knew that I was on this natural high. It kept me energized. It made me happy. I mean, I was in a best space in my life as a kid. Even growing up, as a teen, I experienced those same feelings. But for whatever reason, I fell back from it because things started getting deeper and real, and I started seeing more, and I just wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. I was caught up in, I guess what you want would call the matrix or this illusion or whatever. I just was caught up in it. I wanted to be with my friends. I was ignoring the things that God was directing me to, and because he had a job for me to do. I was different from those kids, and I knew that. But yet I just was being a follower. But God wanted me to do things different. He wanted me to lead because they had a lot of teens and youngsters that would listen to me. I got their attention. But like I said, they had a few of them that made fun and was like, no, she's this, she's that, don't listen to her because something is wrong. So I fell back from it. I fell back from the gift that God gave me. Like I always had this connection to just like manifest anything that I call. I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize that I was manifesting things that I had asked God for. And I'm talking about as a young child. People would be like, where did you get that from? How did you get this? Or, I mean, I had a very religious mama. My mom was born with a veil. She talked about that to us, to her kids, often about this veil that she was born with over her face. And I know that a part of that, what my mom had, has a lot to do with my life and my daughter's life. I have a 16-year-old daughter. She sees, she witnesses these things, the same things that I witnessed as a child. But we'll get back into that later. I just want to say, I thank God for my 4 kids. My kids brought me back to the light. I stood in darkness, running away from what God always had ordained for me to do. But I'm back. And there's going to be a part 2 of this video. I'll talk more about it, but I just want to start off by saying I thank my children. I thank them. One day I'll let you guys reveal them because they're like in the same space that I'm in. They're finding themselves. I'm speaking about their higher powers. Like they I can't even explain. You wouldn't even believe that these kids are where they are in life with this spiritual connection. I just thank God for it. I hate to end the video this way, but I just wanted to start off by saying this. I'm Sim, no reveal, not yet, but it's soon to come. Try to add a little bit more light to it. This is my salt lamp. This is where I connect. So I'll be checking out right now, but you guys will get more videos of me. I promise you that, because there's a message for some, for those of them who want to find their higher powers. We can't bring everybody where we going. Some don't want to go where we're going, not just yet. They feel like they have time. But who living in this world, who wants to repeat this? Who will want to repeat this? It's not a joke. It's no fun. If you could get it now, get it right. Get it right now, so you won't have to repeat this cycle. Y'all have to connect. Use your higher powers. Y'all have to connect. It's a must. Find yourselves. Trust and believe in God. Block all unnecessary things out. Don't let nobody stand in your way. You is responsible for your life. Yours alone. I'll be seeing you guys. Until then, I pray that God cover each and every one of us. Let's be greater tomorrow than we were today. Good night, y'all. Sim. No reveal.